Okay. You ready? Hi, welcome to the show. We're going to go on the radio in a minute.
Turn it off.
You're good?
Yes.
Turn what off?
Your notifications.
What do you mean?
Something just dinged from your side of the
Oh, yeah?
phone.
Probably me.
Make that quiet.
Stop bossing me around.
Turn your phone off. We're at the radio.
You're the only person that believes they can boss me around other than Pilar.
Could you let me?
I don't even let her. She just does it all the time. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Now, Behind the Law with Justin Clark and Allie Mack on ESPN 580 Orlando.
And welcome to the program. It's another edition of Behind the Law right here on ESPN 580 Orlando. Thank you for spending your evenings here with us on our favorite sports radio station. We follow live, local, and loud at 8 o'clock p.m. Great job tonight, boys. Great show, Nicky Football. Also, you can watch the TV shows this weekend and every weekend. Saturday, 12:30 p.m. on CBS, it is You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. And then Sunday, it is this show, Behind the Law, but it's Behind the Law on television, TV 27 at 10 a.m. So record those shows if you're going to be away. Joined today by a very special co-host, the beautiful and OG Brianna. Hello, Brianna.
Don't forget Bossy. Hello.
And bossy Brianna. She was bossing me around just before the program started. Well, we weren't on the radio bossing around, but we had already started the stream over at Behind the Law Radio, where you can watch the show also on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any social media platform. Follow at Behind the Law Radio, and you can interact with us right there. We are going to do some news. We'll also play Stump the Clarkie in the second half hour, and an awesome interview with the ladies from AWN Dream Creators. Allison Nassif and Jamie Bailey are here. We're going to talk about having a party, having a wedding, and how you really can provide all of the stuff for that wedding, but at a reasonable price as well. But before that, Brianna, what's going on in the news?
Man, oh man. So the news, I'm sure you already know about what they're calling just one of the NBA heist, NBA trade heist. Anthony Davis. Mm-hmm. Anthony Davis trade. The Pelicans made out like bandits with this trade to the LA Lakers. Pelicans picked up Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, and 3 first-round draft picks. So I kind of almost feel like this is a win-win because now Anthony Davis is paired with LeBron James on the Lakers, and I know Lakers fans seem pretty excited about it.
You know this happened like a week and a half ago? Are you
just
getting the memo on this trade?
We just talked about Sedan last night, and tonight the news has been all over the place.
Here's what's annoying, though, with the NBA and trades.
What is it?
All of these trades already take place, right? But then they can't actually officially do the trade until early July.
Right.
It's just so annoying. Everyone's got to be fake and pretend. Even when they draft people, they have to wear the hat of the team that actually drafted them when we all know they're going to be traded somewhere else. True. It's really annoying.
This is also true,
so
but I feel like it's also good to leverage the picks, though, because that's kind of where everyone wants to see it. Kind of builds up the momentum.
Or if you're a news gal and you're doing the story a week late, you're still actually early. If you think about it, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, did you talk about this last week when it happened?
No, but
no, you didn't?
Anyway. So look, I have to address something, please, because it's driving me crazy. It has been all day.
What is it?
Did you hear? And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to be the one to have to tell you this.
Oh God.
Breakdancing has moved closer to a 2024 Paris Olympic debut. Ladies and gentlemen, breakdancing is going to be an Olympic sport. Please tell me I'm misreading something here.
I don't think you misread that. I saw it and I thought like, fake news. I kept scrolling, but that's a thing.
Look, I'm the biggest culprit when it comes to, being at a boardwalk somewhere and you see the crazy street performer guy. I will stand and watch. I will even give a $20 tip.
Sweet. Goodness.
I like doing that. I like seeing these crazy people, put like needles in their nose or whatever they're doing. Uh-huh. And some of them are also breakdancers, and I will sit and watch for entertainment purposes.
Yes.
But what does the Olympics come to? Now we're going to have breakdancing as a sport?
That's pretty interesting.
This has got to be some sort of sick joke.
Yeah, something's up with that.
Why would they do this? This is almost happening. This isn't like, some far-fetched story that someone's, trying to get it there. It is very close to being approved as an Olympic sport. Ooh. Tell me it ain't so.
Man, basket weaving's next.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Breakdancing, an Olympic sport. I mean, I think Olympics might have jumped the shark at this point. You know what I mean? If we're going to have breakdancing, come on.
What's next?
Anyway, I'm sorry. I had to get that off my chest.
No, I feel like you unburdened yourself.
All right, go ahead.
Do you feel better?
A little bit. A little bit.
Good.
Go ahead.
Well, yesterday, as far as relevant news goes, the Virgin Trains USA, formerly known as Brightline, held a ceremony to highlight the breaking of the ground and to kick off their construction on that $2 billion expansion project. It's going to ultimately introduce Central Florida's first ever high-speed rail service.
Now, this is what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic thing. It's going to be great for Central Florida. And let me tell you the best thing that's ever happened to rail service,
What's
right?
that?
Well, obviously in Boston, New York, whatever, people take the train. That's just normal. In Florida, it's too much of a nightmare for us to take trains because when you get off, you got to walk through the rain or whatever. But now with Uber and Lyft and it being relatively inexpensive and easy to get a car somewhere,
right.
I think it's really helped the train system. Like, there's no way in the world this can't work. People are going to take this train to Miami from here.
They are, absolutely.
And vice versa. Because once you get to Miami, you can just hop in an Uber and hit your hotel in South Beach or wherever you're going.
Exactly.
So this train system is going to work.
I believe it is, certainly. I mean, and they believe it is because they're putting $2 billion behind it.
Yeah.
So I don't think they put that much money into something that they don't believe is going to work out.
Absolutely.
So speaking of travel, Independence Day is coming up, and AAA just named Orlando as the #1 destination for tourists during that holiday
Is
weekend.
that right?
Yes.
Wow.
So that awesome title also came with a few cautions that, we should expect a spike in traffic.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo. No surprise there.
Well, I have a rule. I don't go south of Lee Road.
Yes.
So I'm not too concerned about July 4th for me.
No one's vacationing in Lake
And
Mary.
especially on these Disney busy days.
Yeah.
I won't even go south of Lake Mary Boulevard.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, they said we should definitely expect a spike in traffic July 3rd through July 7th. So that's it's gonna take a little impact there.
Were you disappointed? It's Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Justin Clark here. I have the beautiful Brianna to my right. Did you see John Morgan said he is not going to go to Wally's, the reboot?
I did see that.
And I understand where he's coming from. And look, I think John would probably tell you, and John, I'm not trying to speak for you, you're not wishing them any non-success. You want them to be successful. But what you're saying is, it's really hard to recreate something special. You know what I mean, Brianna? It's hard to create something special. And I don't think it was special because of the walls or whatever. It was special because of the memories that were made there. When things change, it's hard to replace those memories. And the only thing I can liken it to is every Thanksgiving, right? I always go to Tennessee and visit my family. And every Thanksgiving, almost no matter what, we go to this terrible bowling alley in Knoxville, Tennessee. Me and my two little brothers and, wives or whatever now that we gotten older and kids, and have a few drinks. I don't know how to bowl. Bowling's not my thing, but I bowl once a year because I remember going into this just crappy bowling alley. It smells terrible. This past year, they built this fancy new shiny bowling alley with, the big arcade, almost like a Dave & Buster's with bowling next to it, and we tried out this. And it's not the same.
It's not.
But it's not the bowling alley. It's the memories that were made at the old bowling alley. And it's kind of hard to reboot memories like that. So,
I understand.
for the new owners of Wally's, I don't think John is saying he doesn't wish you great success. He's saying it's not going to feel the same going there with his brothers or his kids or, having a few drinks and buying drinks for the bar anymore. It just doesn't feel the same.
Very true.
So I think the story's being misconstrued, like he is not wishing success upon these new owners. And I don't think that's it at all.
No, I don't think so either.
And what about this heat? What about the heat?
Hot.
This is the first time of the year I've been like, this is just misery.
No, this is absolutely terrible.
I want to go to Northern Maine right now. That's the only place that it sounds like fun for me to go.
Thank God we need you here.
Northern Maine is where I want to be. So I went to my car this morning, and I went, it has one of these push button deals. Mm-hmm. I was like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Just started my car like normal. It wouldn't start.
Is it too hot?
I don't know what happened. Even my car didn't want to operate today.
No, not today.
So like any good husband, father, I took the only other car we have in the household and left everyone at home without one.
Well.
That's not very nice. I was thinking about that earlier. I probably should have Ubered to work, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just left my whole family there without wheels.
Without a car.
That's not very nice.
Now your Uber Eats bill is going to go up because they're going to.
But it's sad
bring a lot of
because,
food in.
I got to work at 8:30, whatever, in the morning, right? And literally, my car's been sitting in the parking lot here since 8:30, and I won't touch it again until we're done with the show at, 9 o'clock tonight?
Right, so they could have gotten some use out of that.
I mean, all day long, it's literally just set here.
Yeah.
I apologize to my family. Tomorrow, I will Uber if my car is still feeling like it's too hot to drive.
Pilar, hide the keys.
But Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando, very special guest coming up right on the other side of this break. We're going to talk all things party. And where do you go to buy those party supplies? Or what if you're having a party for your children? What are some great ways to save money on a party like that? Right on the other side of this break, Justin Clark with you. Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. All right.
And we are on break. We are still live.
We're live here.
And they can still hear you. So don't say anything too crazy.
Do you guys have water or something? Okay. Whenever you're ready, you tell me. That was me.
Expect a spike in. All right, let's do it.
If it's on the internet, she's.
Now back to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Welcome back to the show. Justin Clark here with you on Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. The beautiful Brianna to my right. She's on the blue microphone to the left of me. Right across from Brianna on the red microphone. And the yellow microphone, it's our good friends. They are with AWN Dream Creators, Allison, Nassif, Jamie, Bailey. Ladies, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for being here. All right, so AWN Dream Creators, what do you guys do over there exactly?
So basically, we just kind of create the dream event. Anything you can dream or visualize, or anything that may apply to parties in general, weddings, baby showers, bridal showers, just a party to celebrate, or anniversaries. You name it, we do it.
Let me start with kids' parties a little bit because, when I had my first child, she's actually turning 7 next month. And you always think as a parent, well, I really want to do something special. I want to have a great party. But then sometimes you see parents go overboard and you're like, that's annoying too. I mean, what is sort of the right way to go when it comes to a kid's birthday party? I mean, you remember that show on MTV, like Super Sweet 16 or something?
Yeah.
You wanted to kill all those people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what's sort of like a happy medium there? What are people doing for parties for, say, 7 to 10-year-olds?
Well, I think it's just all over the spectrum, but the biggest thing I think is just to keep it in perspective. I have a 9-year-old who's my oldest, and for him, for his birthdays or any of his friends, my biggest advice is, let them enjoy it, let it be their vision even, but you don't have to break the bank to do
Right.
that. It's all about just kind of really taking your resources and using them appropriately, and maybe not going overboard on some of the stuff that they won't remember necessarily. And even though you want it to be special, like, you have to remember it's about them and not, with
Sure.
the parents' vision.
Well, I mean, what's your bread and butter? Is it weddings? Is it parties? Is it everything? What's your real niche, would you say?
Our real niche, I would probably say, would be weddings, but also, first birthdays. Those are great. Gender reveals, baby showers, bridal showers. It's just all, whenever you're doing any kind of event or party, they all kind of merge together at some point on how you attack it.
And you take me from point A to where? I mean, are you handling everything, or am I dealing with the flower person over here? I'm dealing with the venue over here. I mean, where do you guys take me?
We take you from the beginning to the end. We have all different options because some people want from before engagement all the way through. They need their engagement set up. They need the wedding done, the bridal shower, or talking about kids' parties. They need us right from the beginning. We handle floral decor. We handle the really beautiful backdrops, any kind of backdrop for any kind of event. And we also handle the food, the video, the photography, the cinematography. And then I have a great team of designers and creators and innovators who come together and really make that dream happen for whoever it is.
What do we do with go ahead.
Wait, sorry, question. Are you working with these vendors, or do you actually have a videographer on your team? Do you have a caterer on? It's a part of your team.
Yes. Matt McNair. He
So good.
Yes, awesome. Look him up on Instagram. He's got great. What would you
At
call
Raw
it?
Shotography.
There you go. He's got great footage on there of what he can do. But so he's on our team. And as for food, we actually have Ashley Mincy, great addition to the team. She was
Yeah.
Master Chef season 9 top 3 finalist, and she speaks through her food. So she creates a story from the very beginning to the end with your palate through the way she leads you with her food. And then on the flip side, we've got Billy Toll, Kelsey Anderson, Jamie Bailey, and Winifred Ruiz, and they are all our designers, creators, innovators. But we all work together as a team, and when you sign on with us, it's whatever you need or don't need, we have it right in-house. We even have rentals. Some of the major rentals that people want for parties, like lemonade stands or barrel bar tops or dessert tables or any of those things we have. So we're kind of a one-stop shop for everybody if that's what they want. But we also work with other people.
What are we doing with invites now? And I'm asking that for a reason. So I found out I have to go to a wedding August 3rd, Saturday, in North Carolina. I was supposed to be on vacation, but now I'm going to a wedding. Fine, I'm okay going. But we got the regular invite in the mail, regular U.S. mail. I mean, we don't do a lot via U.S. mail anymore, but are invites still sent via U.S. mail, or are there some other options?
For weddings, it's still pretty traditional with the U.S. mail. There are ways that you can do a save the date maybe, but when it comes to birthday parties or other parties, a lot of times people are okay with, the different platforms you can use to send out an invitation. And once again, we can handle the invitations and the save the dates ourselves if people are looking for that and, looking for a little help with the cost of things.
Got it. Should weddings always be on a Saturday?
No, absolutely not. In fact, a lot of times when you go to a venue or you have a particular place, someone's backyard or wherever you choose to have it, Sundays are great, Fridays are great, Friday evenings, especially if you're looking to cut costs. It's all about what you're looking for.
All right, so there's this big debate out there as far as can you have a wedding on a holiday weekend or not? Is that rude?
Here's my feelings on it, and Jamie can chime in too. My feelings are, as long as you understand that, maybe not so many people will be able to come because they have other plans, it's your wedding, it's your vision, and if it ends up being just the two of you, that's what it is, and that's what it should be. It's all about the couple. And I don't know how Jamie feels, but that's my feelings.
Yeah, I think it depends too on the family in particular. Like my family's huge on Thanksgiving, and we all always come together for Thanksgiving anyways. So there's actually been a couple of weddings in my family on Thanksgiving weekend because we're all already there. You don't have to do a separate travel date. So I think maybe on an actual holiday might be a little bit different versus a holiday weekend, but again.
Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando, Justin Clark here, talking to the ladies from AWN Dream Creators. It's Allison Nassif, Jamie Bailey. What is so funny? Why are you laughing at me?
No one's laughing at you.
When I
Laughing at you. I know, we're not.
We were glued to every word.
If you have any questions, if you have a party coming up or you have a wedding coming up, I do want you to call and give them a shot. What's the website, phone number? How do we reach out?
So phone number is 407-476-1557. Email is info@awnDreamCreator.com, and the website is awnDreamCreator.com, or you can also look it up as AWN Events.
Let's say I'm having a wedding for 50 to 75 people. So, relatively small, but, you get that many people in a room. That's still a lot. What are some ways that I can save a little bit of money and not really have it be that expensive for me? I'm paying myself.
There's multiple ways. When people come to us and let us know kind of a budget we're working in, then that's where we work our magic, and we can still produce the wedding or event of their dreams, but by cutting costs for them in ways that we can. And a lot of that is because we're all in-house. We pretty much can give them everything they need in our one-stop shop with our team and everybody else. So it does help on us being a little bit more flexible with money because we're not dealing with the vendors as much.
When I think destination, I live in Orlando, Florida. So when I think destination wedding, obviously I don't think Orlando because I live here. But then I forget sometimes that we live in a city and an area that a lot of people would come here to have their own destination wedding. Do you see destination weddings here in Central Florida? And if so, where?
Destination weddings are from people's hometowns to, even Apopka has like some springs around it. And then the beach, of course, the beach. So there are destination weddings here, and there are a lot of destinations even nearby that aren't necessarily Florida. So
Gotcha.
I got married in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. So cakes, wedding cakes. I'm shocked at the cost of these things, right? I mean, I had no
crazy.
earthly idea how expensive a cake could be. So one of my very best friends, his daughter was graduating high school the other day. It wasn't a wedding cake,
Right.
but they ordered a cake to the restaurant we were having the party at. It was a private room, maybe 15 people there. And they said, oh, it's time for cake. And I was like, oh, okay, it looks like a pretty cake. And they said, yeah, the cake guy delivered it here an hour ago. And I looked at Ali, my friend, I was like, dude, you probably paid a lot for that cake. It was delivered here. I mean, it was expensive enough to have them deliver
Right.
it. I mean, what do cakes cost these days?
Oh, it's crazy.
yeah, they can.
There's so much.
Yeah, they can range from 300 to 500. What do you think? Around.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what we're seeing, even the naked cakes, where it's just a kind of very light frosting, very light decoration. You can see the cake through the frosting. It's not the over-the-top thing you normally see. Are still every bit of $400 or $500.
Is that right? Wow.
But there are ways to get around that $400 or $500 cake by we have Ashley Mincy who can create whatever you want right there and at once again a little decreased cost because we're all in house. The second option is however people want to say it, a faux cake, a fake cake, anything you want to call it. Basically a bride or a birthday party or graduation or an anniversary, they can have the dream cake that they'd always wanted, the look of it for the decor and everything else. And then essentially at the end of the day, you put a couple slices in that's real. The guests all see you cut the cake, do the thing. And then in the back is a sheet cake. So,
Cake is cake.
Cake is cake. And
Exactly.
if you or anyone has a wedding or a party coming up, we're going to tell you how to party plan on a budget or not on a budget if you have a lot of money you want to spend. All right on the other side of this break. It's Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. All right, what am I missing? Big picture. What else do we want me to push?
Oh, for us wise?
Yeah, for you guys.
I don't know. I just think the biggest thing with us is that kind of how this team all came together and how we're all so passionate about what we're doing, and then we're able to bring that and tie that all into
a one-stop shop.
one-stop shop kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, not so much, yes, cutting budgets or being more budget friendly, but being able to find these things that you see on Pinterest or you see in the bridal magazines and bring it to life without costing yourself $50,000.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much if someone can Pinterest it, we can create it, but we like to put our own spin on it if they allow us to.
Let the professionals do what they do.
Right.
Talking about rentals as well.
That's what I was thinking.
Rentals?
Yeah.
Talk more about the rental side of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whether it's like you want to throw the entire event.
Right.
Talk more about just day of coordination services.
Yeah.
And just rental service, like just the individual service. Because at this point now, it sounds like you guys are gonna do a complete event, which is great.
Yeah.
But if someone just wants a barrel, or if someone just wants a fake cake, if someone just wants any of these individual a la carte services, make sure that they know you are.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready? We're playing a game, right?
Yes.
Now back to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Welcome back to the program. Justin Clark here with you on a Tuesday night edition of Behind the Law on our favorite sports radio station, ESPN 580 Orlando. You can watch the TV shows this weekend and every weekend, Saturday, 12:30 p.m. over on CBS. It is You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. And then Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. on TV 27. It is this show, Behind the Law, but it's Behind the Law on television. Check us out there. If you're not going to be home, DVR it. You know, we like to see the ratings. we like the...
Yes.
Brianna is here to my right, pushing buttons on her computer. Hello, Brianna.
Hello, Justin.
You can also follow us and interact with Brianna and I at Behind the Law Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any social media platform. So, very special guests are here today. I've got Allison and Jamie. They are with AWN Dream Creators. They do all things party planning, party rentals, all of the above. We're going to talk more about your company in a minute, but here's the deal. We got to play a little game now, okay? It's called Stump the Clarky. It's a little trivia game. Brianna's going to ask us 4 questions. We're going to write down our answers, and we'll go back afterwards and score the game. But I don't want you to be nervous because Brianna loves to see me lose. She loves it when I lose my own game, so it's highly likely she came up with the category today that you guys are going to know more about than me.
Okay.
You ready to play?
Yeah, no cheating.
All right, and now it's time for Stop the Clarky. Come on, Clarky. We need you to get over here. We got some great trivia questions we want you to answer. Come on, Clarky. Get over here.
Thank you, Fulton Alum. Brianna, what is said category today?
Today's category is all about events and decor.
Wow.
Whoops.
I'm going to lose. I've never even been officially married.
This is pretty great. So question number
By
one.
officially married, I mean, trust me, I might as well be married. You know what I mean? 2 kids, we live together, we love each other. I'm certainly not, allowed to go out to the bar room till 2 a.m. anymore.
No.
So, but technically, I haven't had a wedding yet.
Okay.
They can help you
Well,
with
you
that.
need us then.
I know, exactly.
I
I
need
see
us.
a client right here.
When it's time, trust me, I will know where to go.
So question 1, how much revenue has been generated by the events industry in 2018?
Ooh.
How much revenue is generated by the events industry in 2018?
Is this like a guesstimate ballpark number here? Estimate?
All right, Miss Responsible. You just guess. Let's go for it. Let's see your number.
Responsible Rhonda's in the house.
Yeah, she is.
Question number 2, what percentage of the events industry is comprised of weddings? What percentage of the events industry is comprised of weddings?
Do you think you guys know when you're working for a couple that's getting married? Do you ever kind of go back and say that one's not going to work? No.
No.
We try.
Positive vibes only.
Yeah.
Okay.
No bad juju in the air.
I'll ask you after the show.
Positive vibes.
That's
All
the
right.
politically correct answer. Good job, guys. Thanks. Question number 3, how many jobs are supported by the events industry worldwide? How many jobs are supported by the events industry worldwide? And finally,
there's like 6 billion people, right?
oh my goodness. Do you think they all work in the events industry,
Oh,
Justin?
of course they don't. But I'm just saying this is probably a pretty big number.
Take a chance.
It's
Take a
not as
chance.
big as you would think.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'll go a little bit lower.
How many zeros you want to knock off? Yeah, it's not as big as you think.
One final question for a Tuesday night edition of Stump the Clarky, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando. Brianna?
According to Wedding Wire, name the top month in which to get married.
Oh, you guys are going to know this one. I don't. But you're going to know
You
it.
got a 1 in 12 chance, Justin. Just pick one. According to Wedding Wire, name the top month in which to get married. And then in the state of Florida, it better not be July. Hot as crap out there.
Let me ask you this then. So people who get engaged on like Valentine's Day or a birthday, is that cheating in some way or no? Is that okay?
I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of cheating unless
Yeah.
you bring an extra gift.
Right.
But and then like if you think about it, then they choose to get married on their anniversary. Then like the whoever is getting married to them is getting shafted every time. So I don't combine my birthday with anything.
That's what
me.
I heard. I heard
Yeah.
that.
I don't
heard
like to
you
share
can't
my
do that.
birthday.
Nah, I
no.
don't blame you
I mean,
one
you
bit.
could, but I won't do it.
My little brother was born on Christmas Eve, and he always made it
God.
very
So
clear.
wrong.
He always made it very clear. Does not mean it's one gift.
That's right. That's right. No,
So,
you can't lump it together.
Exactly. All right, you guys ready to score this
Score it
game?
Yes.
You're listening to Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Justin Clark here with you. I've got the beautiful Brianna to my right, and I have Jamie and Allison with AWN Dream Creators to my left. What was the category today?
The category was all about events and decor.
All right, let's score this game. I'm a bit nervous today. I'm probably going to lose.
I can see your answer, so.
Okay, whatever. All right, what is it? Go ahead.
So, question number 1: how much revenue was generated by the events industry in 2018?
Let's go, Jamie Bailey. What did you say?
I said 25 million plus.
$25 million plus. Well, trust me.
We're gonna
At
drop that
least.
plus off.
Oh, yeah.
No?
We gotta drop that plus.
We're not going to give
Okay.
you credit for anything above 25 million, but I like the answer. I see what you're trying to do
I mean,
there.
she's aiming high,
I see
so
what you're
I
trying to do
agree.
there.
At least.
Yeah.
Yes, at a minimum.
Allison Nassif, what did you say?
I went for 1.8 million.
1.8 million. I went with 18 billion.
Whoa.
What it,
I mean, it could be.
this is a
Yeah.
big. It's a big
That would be
industry.
good for my
It's
business.
a big
Yeah.
industry.
What is the right answer?
It is $5 billion.
$5 billion. Actually, I
Yeah.
lose. What did you have?
No, I had 1.8 million.
All right, Jamie gets the point, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
25 million. Yeah.
I mean, look, it wasn't a great
fair.
answer, but better than mine.
I'm just trying to be very humble here.
Three more questions to go. It is 1 for Jamie, 0 Allison, 0 for yours truly. What was question 2?
Question number 2: what percentage of the events industry is comprised of weddings?
Let's go with Allison. What did you say?
I said 65% humbly.
65%. I went way lower, 23%. Jamie, what did you say?
Said 75%.
75%. Are we talking? I mean, aren't there a lot of corporate events out there?
There's
There
a lot
are.
of corporate events,
And
birthday
babies and
party,
kids are getting
anniversaries.
big.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
liking this. I'm liking this.
It's actually weddings dropped a little bit, but it is 38%.
Oh, I get a point.
I think you do.
Sweet.
Yeah, you get the point.
1-1-0 heading into question number 3.
Look at that,
Stump the
Debbie
Clarkie.
Downer.
All right, Brianna, what was question number 3?
How many jobs are supported by the events industry worldwide?
I will go first here, and this is worldwide.
Worldwide.
I said 100 million.
Okay, I went with 2 billion.
Jesus Christ.
I said 7 million.
7 million. I got it.
There's like literally only.
I mean, you have to think about
You
it.
know how big China is?
Thank you. Thank you.
And India?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out
really,
there.
what's an event? I mean, anything could be construed as an event.
That's right.
Even birth.
All right, well, anyway.
So the doctors involved?
Yes,
They're in the
yes,
events industry?
Nurses.
Thank you.
What's the right answer?
They do say in the event of your death. Anyway, it's 1.7 million.
1.7 million.
again?
No way.
It
There are more
is.
people that work in the event industry worldwide than that. Anyway, fine. Who wins based on this ridiculous
I
answer?
can't remember your answer.
I said 7 million.
Okay.
Jamie's like me.
Me,
I
I
won.
I mean, she's not ashamed of that
Fine.
at
She
all.
did.
Jamie,
No,
She's like me.
Jamie goes up 2-1-0. One last question. Tuesday night, Stump the Clarkie. Brianna.
According to Wedding Wire, name the top month in which to get married.
Jamie Bailey.
I said June.
June. Allison Nassif.
I prefer November, but I actually put April.
April. I said September. What is the right answer?
October.
Oh,
Wow.
nobody gets the point. No one went. Well, you
I mean,
win.
if you were
Jamie.
close, technically you
Oh,
were the
so I get the
closest.
point?
You said
Yeah.
September.
Ding,
She's
ding.
going to take the point.
I'll take it. So, whew, that was close. I almost lost, but instead I tied. Jamie, you and I tied.
Don't worry, I
Good-
got 0.
Good job today. We're going to answer your questions about your next party or corporate event right on the other side of this break. It is Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando.
Okay. Okay, folks, thank you so much for being with us. Clarky, let's get out of here, buddy. My stomach thinks my throat's cut. I'm starving.
All right.
Perfect.
Goes by pretty quick, right?
It does. Yeah, so fast, guys. So fast. We touch on corporate events, talk about the rentals, and then roll that into the individual. If you guys want to do like, do you have coordination for corporate events? Or
Definitely.
You guys got it.
Yeah, we'll take it all over the place.
Yeah. But like, stay focused. But take it like,
Run with
focusly.
it. Run with it, but stay focused.
Yeah.
Am I
run,
supposed to stay
but don't
focused?
run
I don't do
everywhere.
that.
Yeah.
Just walk with it. Stroll with it.
I don't even know what that is.
Like a
Ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Now back to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando.
One final segment ahead of Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Attorney Justin Clark here with you as we are every weeknight at 8 o'clock p.m. We follow live, local, and loud. Nikki Football, great show tonight. Brianna's here to my right, and to my left, it's Allison Nassif and Jamie Bailey of AWN Dream Creators. You do a lot of rental stuff there as well. So people are having a party, they rent the chairs and the tables, the tents, whatever, directly from you. Have any of these big online companies like Amazon or any of them started taking any business away from you, or are any of them in the rental business yet?
Well, I think that what's really neat and what makes us so different as a company is a lot of these decor companies, whether it be for weddings or parties or whatever, where you get your chairs and tables and tents and whatnot, that's all they specialize in is the rentals. And what makes us a little different is we have all of those things to provide for you, but we'll come and set it up. We'll do the decoration for you. We'll do the planning of the event. We'll do the day of coordination. It's just kind of like a one-stop shop. So we have these things to provide, and it's great that we don't have to rely on a third-party vendor.
Sure.
But
as well.
just to interject real quick is just since we have those rentals, we also recognize there are clients out there who just need the rentals.
Yeah.
They just need the cake. They just need whatever. So while we are all one-stop shop, we also offer all those things a la carte, whatever
Right.
they need. So literally anything they need, we can provide any special way they want.
So, I think it's good what we do at the law firm here, in that we've created the law firm, right? But then we have a title company as well, and a mortgage company, and a real estate company. Kind of, if someone comes in, we like to be able to support everything kind of all in-house. We call it under one roof.
Right.
But when I look back and think about it, I mean, that didn't just happen by snapping my fingers someday and saying, oh, I'm just going to put everything together, boom. I mean, how in the world did you guys put the cake maker, the chef, the event planner, everything all together? I mean, it's pretty impressive. How did it all come together?
Like pieces to a puzzle.
Yeah,
it's so
it's
strange.
just-
Like her and I connected, and Allison had started this company a couple of years ago, and kind of just needed help bringing it all together and bringing it all to life. And I have experience in corporate events and things like that, so I was like, I can help you with that side of it. And then we found Billy and Kelsey, who are there to help us, like kind of build what we need to make these things come true. And then Matt,
Winnie, she that's her nickname. She started with me when I was still trying to do everything by myself before I got to meet this
Right.
special team that I have now.
And then Matt is a friend of mine. Our cinematographer is a friend of mine from high school, and Ashley, our caterer chef, is a friend of his. So it just was very strange that all these people with the same passion and the same drive and the same dreams kind of all came together, and it all just started to fall into place.
I saw a friend of mine got married, 6 months ago or something. And, back in the day, you have a photographer, they take pictures and they send you a little book or something. This was like an incredible video that
Yes.
they had produced that they could
Yes.
share on Facebook or, send it. How has technology really changed the photography
Oh
or
my gosh.
cinematography when it comes to weddings?
It's amazing, especially if you get a chance to see what Matt McNair can do. He basically tells an entire story through the art of cinematography. So he basically takes it from the beginning, and he has music. And it's funny how exactly he times the song, his song choice, everything that's going on in the event, and follows it all the way through. And
a
it's
movie.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. And then he also interjects the real, when people have had a couple many drinks and they're congratulating the
and
couple.
getting down.
And
Yeah.
That's never happened at a wedding.
No,
But
never.
it's cool because it brings, it really brings the event itself to life as opposed to just pictures. I mean, I think something that he said is a picture's worth 1,000 words. What is this video? What is this video worth? It's so much more because it's putting you in that event that, say, your family member or whoever couldn't be there. They're now in the event and experiencing it with you, and it's just like a whole different outlook of it.
And you really do feel like you're
Oh,
experiencing
yeah.
it with them.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, we both
Cried.
Yeah. And I'm not a crier, so
I am.
Like, yeah, I'm not. But
I think there's a song about rain on a wedding day, right? You can hear it in your head if you think about
Got
it.
rain.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, keep going.
No.
Please.
We're not recording. Go ahead.
So, rain, we live in Florida. We live in Central Florida.
Yep.
It rains essentially every day, very hard. How do we plan parties around the rain?
you always have to have that in the back of your head. So one of our biggest things that we talk about every time when we're planning an event is what's our
backup plan.
what's our backup plan? Where are we going to go with this? How can we make something indoor and still make it pleasant in the ultimate, downpour of Central Florida in the afternoon?
I was visiting my parents at their little lake house up in Tennessee not too long ago. And it's kind of a nice little place on a lake, and their neighbors were having a wedding for their grandkids or something next door. And they had one of these big white tents.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh, those come in so much handy.
yeah, I mean, so I imagine that it helps for the rain, but I couldn't help but notice, I mean, these are pretty big structures, and they take a
Yep.
long time to put up and take down, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah. But the biggest thing about it, the best part about it, is you can also air condition those. So if you
wow.
want to have something in the middle of the heat and everyone's like, you can actually air condition those, which we provide, as well as just have it from the rain. But, especially at kids' parties and there's little babies and people need some relief from the sun.
Sure.
Yeah.
So even in events where maybe the weather looks amazing, we still will offer a tent just for the pure reason there's new moms, there's babies, and I have seen those babies at Disney, and I don't know how they go through
Yeah,
that.
I know.
So
Me neither.
dehydrated. So it's a nice addition to any party either way.
Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando, Justin Clark here talking to Allison and Jamie with AWN Dream Creators. How do I reach out to you guys? What's the website, phone number? If I'm planning a party, a wedding, event, how do I reach out?
You can reach out through our website, which is awndreamcreator.com or awnevents.com. You can call and get one of us at 407-476-1557. A lot of times it's me who's answering. And then there is also our email, info@awnDreamCreator.com.
If you're having a wedding, what is the biggest expense when it comes to wedding planning? Is it the tent? Is it the chairs? Is it what normally is the biggest expense?
I would say probably the rentals because those are they are what they are. Whereas with a dress, with veils, with
Flowers.
decor, there's all different ways if you're shopping the right way that you can find different ways. And you can also make it minimalistic but still beautiful.
Right.
When it comes to rentals, they are what they are.
For some reason, brides get a bad rap. There's a TV show about bridezillas, I think. Have you ever dealt with a groomzilla?
Yes, actually, yeah. One of the last weddings that we worked on, he was into every planning detail. He argued about the menu. He argued about the color scheme. He argued everything. And he was just as picky and
Right.
antsy about everything as the bride was. I was honestly super surprised.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often,
No,
right?
no, it doesn't. But
You're lucky if they show up. They'll
Right,
show up, but
right.
they're not there.
Right,
That's me. Sir, you're on your phone. We're trying to taste cake here, pal.
right.
We show up to taste the food, though.
The
it
food
seems.
and the
Exactly.
food.
Every time, yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I like that Pinot Noir. I better try it again. That's how it goes. I'm fascinated, though, back to the tents for a moment. These tents have to be expensive to rent. Give me an idea of what just a regular tent rental is for a party. I realize there's all sorts of sizes, kind of like an average big white tent. What does that cost?
Well, we have 10 by 10 tents, and then we have one at this point that's 10 by 30, and then we have a bigger one than that. And it really is whether they want air conditioning in it, whether they just want the tent up there and ready to go. So I would say, What do you think?
A few $100s. I mean, depending on size and air conditioning and things like that, it'll vary. But I mean, even when you get into the even bigger tents and other rental companies, you're looking at thousands of dollars depending on what it is that you need for your event or what you think you need for your event.
History says that the father of the bride pays for the wedding. Has that changed?
Yes.
Yes, dramatically.
What do you normally see now?
Couples.
Yeah, paying for them for themselves.
Couples
Yep.
are definitely paying for their own anymore.
And that's why we really want to work with budgets and what do you guys need? What are you looking for? And what are you working with? Because it's not like it was back in the day where dad or parents or whoever are going to pay for this $20,000 to $50,000 wedding. Young
Sure.
couples don't have that.
Although
I
if
don't.
they want to, we're more than
You'll-
willing to
Right,
help
right.
them out.
No problem. We take credit cards,
Right.
checks, all sorts of payment forms. Allison Nassif, Jamie Bailey, AWN Dream Creators website. One more time.
AWNDreamCreator.com and also AWNEvents.com.
How do I follow you on social media?
Instagram, AWN Dream Creators, and Facebook would be
Same thing.
Yep.
AWN Dream Creators.
That went by fast. Come back
Yeah.
and see us. Great
All right.
job
Thank you for
today.
having us.
You got it.
Yeah,
Thanks for
we-
being
we
here.
appreciate it.
I'll see you right back here. Brianna, how are you?
Awesome. How are you?
Good job today.
Thanks.
I don't know much, but I do know one little tiny thing.
What's that?
I'll see you right back here tomorrow night on ESPN 580 Orlando. All
Bye-bye.
right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.